been a little bit. I've been out sick for the past week. Kind of been falling behind on some things. While I've been cooped up, I've been trying to figure out everything that I need to fix this car. My interior to-do list. I might have ordered some parts. And by some, I mean a lot. And by a lot, I mean I might be redoing this interior from the ground up, because as I kept digging in, I kept finding more things that needed replacing. Shifter rebuild kit. The shifter, I think I know the leaning problem. I found out that that's because all the rubber down underneath where you can't see down into the transmission and everything that helps keep it. Apparently there's no centering springs. I thought shifters used centering springs. Maybe they do in other cars. I'm not a mechanic, I have no idea. But in this car, it just uses rubber gaskets to keep the shifter centered and stiff and solid. To-do list. I'm tearing out the entire interior. Not just the trim pieces, not just the plastics, but the entire thing. So here's the current state of the interior. I've got most of these plastic pieces taken out. Did this whole thing where I had them soaking in like a bucket of soapy water, and I was like scrubbing them with a sponge, and it just, yeah, there was no point, nothing changed. So I'm gonna instead, now that they're clean, hit them with a trim restorer. I know none of that stuff is actually permanent like it says, but for the interior, maybe. I mean, it doesn't see a lot of sun, or it's not going to anymore. While I'm waiting for the various stages of this, because I gotta Dremel out the cracks, fill it, wait for that to dry, sand that down, prime it, paint it, you know, I'm gonna come back, pull the rest of the carpet out. I gotta get back in the trunk and start dealing with that rust. Much as I really don't want to, I should do it now, because there's these passages that are kind of open to the interior. I'd rather have any dust and debris come through now before I get the interior all back together and ruin my nice new seats and my nice clean carpets, and then put it all back together. Then I don't have to worry about this section of car anymore. I can focus on the rest of just the mechanical stuff, figure out why it's leaking, get it running, and then from there we're on a roll. The steering wheel has to come out to get the dash out. So this is this is one of those things where I was talking about where it just starts, here comes the task fatigue, right? Which means disconnecting all the ducting and electronics. There's the clutch. That's what I need. I think. Okay, that is it. Cool. Good news. We found it. We found something. Easy. Easy peasy. I already love this. I already love this project. Oh, this is so fun. Dash comes out, carpet comes out. Carpet foam underneath, I've seen a peek of it. It's actually not horrible, but it's kind of dirty and it's 30 years old. So I ordered new carpet foam. I was gonna do this thing where I cut new carpet foam out of just like some spare that I got from like a carpet store or something. But then I was thinking I really don't want to do that. While I'm redoing the carpeting, I should take the dash. Okay, before I do anything else, I should prepare the dash and get the dash repair kit going so that by the time it dries, I've already been working on the next thing, which is probably power washing the carpet. So I'm glad I stopped here because this is actually not padded. I was gonna drill this out down to foam to fill it in, smooth it over, but now I'm seeing that this is just plastic and the only padded part is here, right where I was able to do that. So I'm gonna stop there. I might just fill this with something else. I don't know if I should use that dash fix. I guess I may as well and see what happens. No, that's not a dog bed. That's not a dog. Hey. While that's drying, I get the foam out. I should probably do all my dremeling and rust removal in the trunk while I have the rest of carpeting out. While the carpeting's out, you know, all the wiring's running through there. So I need to figure out what of that is to that antenna mount that's on the trunk. Get all those wires pulled back out. So there was a bunch of wires coming through here. That was one of them. And I don't know what they went to because that went to the fuse box and had something hooked around the fuse, but that's it. Then that yellow one didn't go to anything. Then this one was spliced like 4 times into something that led into the trunk. I gotta figure out what's going on in the trunk and hope that I don't mess up the trunk wiring. So here's the assortment of random wires running through the car. So you got this red one here. It was attached to this cable. And then this mystery cable goes and loops around. Is that still the same one? It sure looks like it. And then it goes to the VGA port. Oh, and then this was an Ethernet cable is what this was. And then this. And then nothing else is hooked up. Besides, follow the gray cable goes to the antenna. So this had to have been like a CB radio or something. I think I can just rip all this out. All right, if it rains, I'm screwed. Done deal. And then not to mention the trunk area is full of concrete dust. The shock towers are right there and they are just full of nails, full of stuff. So I gotta get all that stuff out that I can find, clean it all up, primer the rust, paint over it with whatever. It doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be covered so that it doesn't rust again. Oh man, I was really hoping I didn't have to do the trunk yet, but I probably should do that. That rust dust is gonna be gnarly. Gotten most of the loose stuff off. And then I also need to like put trim restorer on the, because if I'm going to make the dash look super nice, I got to make the center console plastics look super nice. God, there's so much. Oh dude, there's so much. genuine parts. Love to see it. I'm losing my mind. It's too hot. Now, I'm not saying that I don't trust this car or anything, but I am saying that you never know. That's all. This is seems to be the most common failure point